What is up, guys? This is Russ Ward, and what I want to show you in this video is something really cool. We can now take the high-level voice bots and we can add orbs to them, so orbs that look like these. And the cool thing about this is you can place them anywhere at all that you want to on your website, which is really cool. So there's a certain way to do this, and a guy named Pat Friedel made this. He owns High Level AI Freaks. He has a really cool group, so I would recommend you join his group if you'd like to. He outlines exactly how to do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically go through his instructions for you in this video. Number one, he has funnels built out with the code you need and the orbs in there, and it's in a snapshot. So this is the snapshot right here. So let me just go ahead and show you how this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of my testing accounts here, and I'm going to go down to, let me actually get into the right account. So to use this, you have to use a high-level voice bot, and you have to be using the new voice chat widget, okay? So up here under AI agents and voice AI, I already have a bunch of these agents built, but let me go ahead and just rebuild one of them. So I'm going to just go into one of them and grab the prompt just so we can make it easy and I can show you. So let me just find one. I like personal injury attorneys, so let's do that. What I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to grab the prompt. So this one's called Cascade Law. These are all made up. My VA made these up. Okay. So what we're going to do is let's pretend we're starting over, and we're going to go over here to just go back, and we're going to go to voice AI agents. We're going to go to the agent list, and then we're going to create a new agent. I'm going to create a custom agent. You could buy one, but you don't really need to. You can just create your own. And I'm going to call this one, let's call her Jessica. Cascade Law. And then we're going to call this one Cascade Law. Now what's cool is you can do a variety of different languages. One I like is multilingual, because here in Florida, down in the Miami area, almost everyone's multilingual. Most people are primarily Spanish down there, so it's cool that it can speak both. I like this Jessica voice. It's really good if you listen to it.
Hey, Worldly 11 Lab.
Nope, wrong one. It's this one I like, Dakota.
The 90s were fun because it was a time full of new trends.
I just think it is a really, a very real sounding voice. So a couple things I noticed is we have all these different LLM models over here. I mean, some of them are super cheap, like GPT-5 Nano is basically free. The one I found works best, though, is Gemini 2.5 Flash. I've tested them, and I found that to be really good. So I'm going to say thank you, Cascade Law. This is Jessica. How can I help you today? Then I'm going to click next. And then up here is the agent goals. Now, if you have a database or a knowledge base, you can go ahead and select it. A knowledge base is basically a way that you can have high level scrape their whole website, and then it saves it. And then you can just pull it into here, or you can do FAQs. You don't have to use a knowledge base if you don't need one. Like in this case, we really don't need one because we're going to do some basic stuff. Okay. So that's the knowledge base. And then what we want to do, though, is you see how basic this looks, right? We want to switch it to advanced mode. And then down in advanced mode, you can change the prompt. So the prompt for this, it gives you a basic prompt. But what I'm going to do is paste in here a prompt for Cascade Law. So basically, it's going to ask your name, how long ago did the injury occur, can you briefly tell me what happened, and then really, really simple stuff. Okay. And down here, what we can do is we can do what's called actions. So we can, doing it this way with an orb or a chat widget, you can't do a transfer, but you can make a trigger a workflow. If you have A2P set up, you can send a text message from high level. But the big thing you want to do is you can update contact fields with this. So you can save their name, you can save their email, you can save their phone number, you can book an appointment, all kinds of stuff. Now, before we move on, there is a glitch in this thing that it doesn't allow you to save their phone number through the chat widget or the orb. And I guess high level was assuming that because it's a chat widget that it's not possible. So before I go ahead and edit the rest of this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save it, because I'm going to show you an automation I'm going to make, and you're going to want to make this too, where we're going to go over here to, I'm going to click back. We're going to go to automations. Oh, but before we do, I'm going to make a custom field. So, and you're going to see in a minute why this is necessary. So I'm going to add a field, and it's going to be, let's see, lead name. We'll just call it that. And we'll put that in additional info, save it. And then what we'll do is we'll go back, and we're going to go to automation. And we're going to create a new workflow called, I'm going to call this workflow update name in widget AI voice. So the trigger for this will be contact is changed. And then what we want to do is we want to, let's see, name, lead name has changed. That's it. That's the trigger. And then down here, what we want to do is we're going to update a contact field. And then we're going to do name. So we'll do full name. And then what we'll do is we'll pull in here. It's going to be lead name. So what's happening here is every time the contact field lead name is updated, it's going to go overwrite the name, full name, and high level. And the reason why we have to do that is because when it's a chat widget or an orb, we don't have the ability to save a name. Why? I don't know, but we don't. So this is the workaround to make that work. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the bot that we're building here. We're going to go to AI agents. We're going to go to voice AI. We're going to go to agent list. I'm going to search for Cascade. And we're going to go over here to agent goals. And so we have the prompt in here. And the prompts can be very simple, guys. I can share this prompt with you, and you can just pop it into ChatGPT and say, hey, adjust this for whatever niche you're in, right? But that's not really the purpose of this. It's just to show you how this all works. So I'm going to do a new action. And what I want to do is I want to update a contact field. So I'm going to get name. And then we're going to do lead name, because you can't have regular name. And then update when they provide their name. And so it'll be like Russ Ward, John Doe, Jane Smith. You always have to give examples down here, okay? And then, oh, that was up there. We want to update these in real time during the call. So I'm going to do another new action, and this one's going to be phone. It's another one that we don't have. Let's see here. Let's do email. All right, so update email. And then update when they provide their email address. And then we're going to do all right, cool. So we have those fields updated. And again, we want to change that to during the call. I thought we had the ability to update phone numbers. Let me just double check one more time. I guess not. But in any case, the way to do that one, if we can't update phone numbers, is to make a field for phone number and then have it update the phone number field if you're going to do it just like name. Okay. Oh, you know what? We actually had name. Phone number is what we couldn't update, I believe. Let me see if name is in there. Yeah, its name is in there, but we couldn't update his phone number. So let me go back and actually do that just to show you one more time. Make it something like this, your phone. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go back to automation. I'm just gonna swap this out. Oops, so that was name. We're gonna change this to phone. And then we're gonna change this to not sure why that didn't happen. Let me just make another one. All right, the reason that didn't update was because I changed it to, I made a custom value, not a custom field. So now your phone is in there and it has changed. And then what we'll do in this trigger here is change this phone. And then we're gonna make it your phone. All right, cool. Save that. All right, cool. And now we will go back to AI agents, voice AI. Gonna find the agent list. All right, so now we're back in here. Gonna go to agent goals. We're gonna edit lead name. We're gonna save it to name. And if they do provide a full name, it'll just put it both in them. All right, cool. And then what we're gonna do, make sure we got enough down there. Okay, good. Now we're gonna do this one for the phone number. So we're gonna do update contact field, phone number, do this during the call, your phone. You see how your phone is the only one popped up? Okay. Then we'll do something like, all right, something like that. And then the last thing that we want to do is, if we want to, we can add a an appointment booking. So you're going to pick a calendar. I like to give it only 1 day of date ranges, and then they could ask for more, and 2 time slots. Let's save on that. And then I don't know in the prompt if it has the ability. Yeah. What I found though is it won't usually ask for the number. So important. Always ask for the phone number. And then sometimes it'll ask all of them in a row. So important. Only ask one question at a time. And then I'm going to copy that in the prompt, and I'm going to go back up to here, put that there as well, put that there as well, just so it is very clear. All right, cool. And then over here, phone and availability, if we're doing a widget or an orb, we don't really need that. So this is ready to go. So the next step is to go back and create a chat widget. So we're going to go back and we're going to go to sites. And we're going to go to chat widget and create a new one. And you can see all these different chat widgets we have. From here, we can pick the new voice AI one. And I'm going to call this Cascade Law Test. We'll just call it demo. And then over here under style, you're going to see you can have face, no face, you can have different icon, different colors. You can even customize your colors if you want to. I'm just going to go with this blue one. And then it says, hi there, I have a question. And then you could say, talk to us live here. Something like that. And widget customization, you can see you can place it in different areas. And then you can change the image of the avatar, male, female. You can put your own up there if you want to. I kind of like this one. I think she matches the voice. So I'm going to upload. Which one was she? This one. I think she kind of looks like how the voice sounds. And then if we go to chat window, this is what it looks like. You can change this up here, talk to us. I like to say tap here to talk live. Something like that. Advanced options. I don't like the branding on, so I turn that off. I turn off the HIPAA. And then over here on agent, you can give them a name. So we'll call her Jessica. Then we're going to change this to Jessica Cascade Law. Pick your agent, you click save. So now that agent is ready to go, but that's not really the point of this. The point of this is so we can use an orb. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into sites and we're going to go into funnels. And let's just find one here. I was playing around with some of them. Let me just make a new funnel with demo. We can do funnel AI is actually really good now. You can tell it what to do and it will like make a clone of another site. It's really, really cool. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to just make a demo site that is law. I don't know. Let's find one that looks super legal. Something like this. Right, should be finishing up here momentarily. Okay, cool. So what we want to do, first of all, if we go back and we're going to go to settings, and we're going to go down here and pick our chat widget, and it's going to be Cascade Law Demo. Okay, that's the one we just made, so I'm going to save that. Now, if we were just doing this widget, then what you do is that's fine, it's done. So if you open it up, you're gonna see the widget down here, and then Jessica's gonna pop up, and let's talk to her.
Thank you for calling Cascade Law. This is Jessica. How can I help you today?
Hey, Jessica, I fell down the steps, and I think I have a legit case.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds really painful. Let's see if we can help. First, what's your name?
My name's Russ.
Got it, Russ. How long ago did your injury occur?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and can you briefly tell me what happened?
Yeah, I was at work, and the steps were very wet, and nobody put one of those little yellow signs up, and I just fell down the steps.
That sounds potentially viable. One of our attorneys can review the details and advise next steps. Just to be clear, this isn't legal advice, only a case opinion until you speak with an attorney. Would you like to schedule a free consultation?
Yeah, that would be great.
Sure, let me check what's available for you real quick. We have a couple of openings today, October 21st at 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Which of those works for you?
Let's go with 1:30.
I see we have your email as fly contact email. Is that correct?
No, it's actually russward@gmail.com.
Got it. So that's russward@gmail.com, correct?
That's right.
You are all set for October 21st at 1:30 p.m.
All right, so you can see it sounds really good. It didn't ask for my phone number. So let me just go back and fix that real quick. Because it has an issue with that, and because it thinks it knows your phone number, it thinks she doesn't need one, something like that. So what I do when I can't figure something out rather quickly like that is I just take the whole entire prompt and I take it over to ChatGPT and say, I need this prompt to ask. Please edit it to do that. So I'm just going to pop it in there, and ChatGPT will do its thing. Then I like to tell it, give it to me in Markdown language. Markdown language is just a language of code that the bot understands better than like normal text, emojis, and all that stuff. So it's going to write it out for me a little bit better. So I don't know if this will work. Last time I did it, ChatGPT rewrote it so it did ask the phone number every single time. So copy that, go back into here, delete this one, paste that new one in there and save it. Okay, so now the reason you guys are here is I'm going to show you how to put an orb on your site. So we're going to go to this. Is this the one we just did? Yeah, bankruptcy lawyer. And then what we want to do is edit this. And let's say we want to, I don't know, let's change this up. Oops. Talk to us live about your case. And then we'll say something like, tap the orb below to start the conversation. Get a free case analysis. Something like that. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to delete that. And we're going to put a code block in there. Now, before we do that, we want to put a code block up here. Move this up. And then what we want to do is put another code block down here. And you're going to see in a minute why. So we have this code that goes at the top. Now again, Pat Friedel made this. I enhanced it a little bit because what was happening was on mobile, it wasn't working right. So I don't take any credit at all for this. All I did was pasted it into Perplexity and it fixed it. But Pat made all this stuff, so he gets all the credit. But you need to have this upper code here. And in his templates, they're already in there. So I'm going to paste that. And then we have a bottom code that goes underneath the orb. So I'm going to grab that code. Copying it now. The bottom one's kind of long. And then we're going to put it in the bottom code there. Open the code editor, paste it in. And then we have 6 different orbs. So if you look at them, they're all kind of cool looking. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So I don't know, for this one, maybe I'll go with orb number 2. So I'm going to grab that code for that one. Paste it in here. Save it. Save it. And then now what will happen is this orb should disable the widget, and then you only talk to the orb. So let's see if that worked. And there it is. So talk to us about your case. Tap the orb below, and you can see the widget's gone. So let's go ahead and tap it.
Thank you for calling Cascade Law. This is Jessica. How can I help you today?
Hey, Jessica, I think I have a legit case. Can you help me?
I can definitely help you with that. To start, what's your name?
Joe Smith.
Thanks, Joe. How long ago did your injury occur?
Like just a couple days ago.
Can you briefly tell me what happened?
Yeah, I was crossing the street in a crosswalk, and a bus came and slammed into me and broke my leg. My bone was actually sticking out of my skin.
Oh my goodness, that sounds incredibly painful and frightening. I'm so sorry that happened to you. This sounds potentially viable. One of our attorneys can review the details and advise next steps. Just to be clear, this isn't legal advice, only a case opinion until you speak with an attorney. Would you like to schedule a free consultation?
Yeah, could I please?
Sure, let me pull up some appointment options for you. We have a couple of openings today, October 21st at 11:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. Do either of those work for you?
Yeah, let's go with 11:30.
I see we have your email as contact email. Was that correct?
No, my email is joesmith@gmail.com.
Got it. So that's joe.smith@gmail.com, correct?
That is correct.
You are all set for Tuesday, October 21st at 11:30 a.m. Dot, is there anything else I can help you with today?
All right, so a couple things about that. Number one, I don't know if you caught that at the end. It said dot. I've noticed that the bot continually says that word sometimes at the end of sentences. I think it's trying to say the word period, and I'm not sure why. I've tried to tell it not to do that in the prompt. It hasn't really worked so well. And as you can see again, it did not ask for the phone number. So I'm still working on that. In fact, let me bring up another account where it actually did work, and maybe I can pop that code into there and we can get this one to do it. So I'm going to go to, this is a new account that I made, a new sub account. It's called Pulse on Tampa Bay. It is a business directory that I'm working on in the Tampa Bay area. And I made the same kind of bot here for that. So I'm going to make the agent list, Jessica. And then on this prompt, I'm just going to grab this whole prompt. And the reason I'm going to do this is because I'm going to tell ChatGPT, I'm going to like, it still didn't ask for their name. This prompt works for getting their phone. Please use something like that. So we're going to try it one more time. And if you're bearing with me here, I'm glad you're watching it to the end, because as a prompt engineer, I mean, I'm not a professional prompt engineer, but when you're making bots and you're troubleshooting like this, you're going to have to go through things like this, right? Because you can't set an appointment to call somebody back if you don't have their phone number. So it's really important to get their phone number, right? And you have to figure out ways to troubleshoot this. I mean, sometimes the high level support can help you. Other times they're like not too helpful, and they'll just say, yeah, I'm going to upgrade this ticket, and then you just wait forever and don't hear from anybody. So you have to learn to do this stuff yourself. So I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to go back to AI agents. I'm going to find Cascade. Oops. There we go. I'm going to paste this new prompt in here. Save that. And then before I do it again, I'm going to delete these contacts out of here. You can see I tested a bunch of them. I just want to make sure that my actual phone number is not in here anywhere. Okay, it's not. All right, so now we can go back to this site and try it one more time.
Thank you for calling Cascade Law. This is Jessica. How can I help you today?
Hey, Jessica, I think I might have a viable case. Can you help me?
I can certainly help you with that. First, what's your name?
Michael Jordan.
Thanks, Michael. How long ago did your injury occur?
It just happened last night.
Can you briefly tell me what happened?
Yeah, I'm actually an NBA player, the greatest of all time. And I was playing basketball and the floor was wet and I slipped and I popped my ACL, and I think it's going to cost me millions of dollars in revenue. So I need to be compensated for that.
That sounds like something our legal team can review. One of our attorneys can look over the details and let you know your options. Just to be clear, this isn't legal advice, only a case review until you speak with one of our attorneys. Would you like to schedule a free consultation with one of our attorneys?
Yes, please.
Sure thing, I can help schedule that for you. What's the best phone number for you?
813-618-0480.
Got it. Thanks. Just to confirm, that was 813-618-0480, correct?
That's correct.
And what's the best email address for your appointment confirmation?
MichaelJordan@bulls.com.
Got it. So that's MichaelJordan at bulls.com, correct?
That's correct.
We have a few openings today, October 21st at 12 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. We also have many openings tomorrow, October 22nd, starting at 8 a.m. Which works best for you?
Let's go with 12 today. Did you get that? 12 today?
I've got you confirmed for today, October 21st at 2:30 p.m. You'll receive a confirmation by text and email. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, I'm good, thanks. All right, so that was much better. See, she paused a bit when booking the appointment, got the time wrong, but these are just things to work through. So if we go back up to contacts and we see the last activity, so it has my name in there. It did not pull in the phone number. Sometimes it takes a moment. And sometimes it's merging contacts because I think my contact might have already been in there. Yeah, you can see I was already in there. So in any case, guys, that's how you do it. That's how you set it up. I know it didn't work perfectly, but nothing ever does when you're building this stuff. So if you have any questions, I'm going to post this link to this thing that Pat made, and then I'm going to also post the code underneath it. I'll just make another Google Doc with all the different codes so you can see what the code looks like for each one of these orbs, and then the top code and the bottom code. And if you have any questions, wherever you see this video, just let me know.